Hey, welcome to the 2025 Money Mastery Blueprint, from $0 to smart wealth. If you're tired of feeling stuck, confused about money, or just ready to take control of your financial future, this course is for you. In the next few videos, I'm going to show you how to set powerful financial goals that actually work, why your first $10,000 is the key to freedom, the smartest way to protect your wealth using real assets like gold, the laziest but legit ways to make money online, and 10 side hustles you can start this week to get ahead in 2025. No fluff, no complicated jargon, just real, actionable strategies that work, even if you're starting from zero. So buckle up, because by the end of this course, you'll have a simple game plan to grow, protect, and multiply your money this year. Let's build wealth in 2025 together.
In this video, I'm going to show you 5 simple science-backed tricks that can seriously boost your chances of hitting your financial goals in 2025. The truth is, the difference between people who crush their goals and those who don't usually comes down to one thing: consistent action. But here's the good news. There are a few easy habits you can use to stack the odds in your favor. They don't take much time, but they can make a huge impact. If you're already doing all 5, awesome, you're crushing it. But if you're missing a few, you'll walk away today with quick wins you can apply right after watching. If you're new here, welcome. This is Money Dive, and on this channel, we talk about personal finance, productivity, and practical strategies to help you live a more intentional, successful life. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Strategy 1. Write down your goals. Let's start with something super basic but powerful: writing your goals down. A guy named Jim Rohn, who went from broke to millionaire, once shared that his mentor guessed his bank balance just by asking if he had a list of goals. He didn't, and that moment changed his life. You might think this sounds too simple to work, but a study from Dominican University found that people who wrote down their goals were 42% more likely to achieve them. Just think about that. Nearly double the odds just by writing them down. You can use a notebook, Google Docs, your Notes app, anything. I personally like to set 3 to 4 goals every quarter instead of just yearly ones. That way, it's more focused and manageable. Based on your standard of living and your family, identify your financial commitments and goals, and then categorize each as short, up to 1 year, mid, 2 to 5 years, or long-term, above 5 years. Here's a guide to setting financial goals for different age groups. People in their 20s, saving for a dream vacation, paying off student debt, buying a car or new gadgets, building a credit score, and starting an emergency fund. People in their 30s, paying off non-mortgage debt, saving for child's education, boosting emergency fund, saving for house down payment, starting a retirement fund. People in their 40s, max out retirement contribution, pay off the mortgage, save for children's wedding, investing for future. Strategy 2, look at your goals often. The next mistake people make? They write their goals and never look at them again. Here's where your brain's reticular activating system, RAS, comes in. It's like a mental filter that helps you notice what matters. Ever decide to buy a car and suddenly you see that car everywhere? That's the RAS at work. To make your brain work for you, review your goals weekly or even daily. I do this every Sunday as part of my reset routine and glance at them during my morning journal. It only takes 10 seconds, but it keeps my brain focused on what matters instead of getting lost in everyday distractions. Regularly revisiting your goals provides clear direction, boosts motivation, and enhances focus, ultimately increasing the likelihood of achieving success. By having a clear vision of where you want to be, you can make better decisions, stay committed, and prioritize your efforts accordingly. Here's how regularly reviewing your goals can contribute to success. Clear direction. Goals provide a roadmap, making it easier to make choices and stay focused on the path to success. Increased motivation. Seeing your goals regularly can reignite your enthusiasm and provide the drive to overcome challenges. Improved focus. By regularly reviewing your goals, you can better identify and eliminate distractions, channeling your energy towards what truly matters. Enhanced planning. Goals help break down large tasks into manageable steps, making the journey towards success feel more attainable and less overwhelming. Strategy 3. Track your progress. Want a simple but powerful habit? Monitor your progress. A big study looked at over 20,000 people and found that tracking progress made a huge difference in achieving goals. I do this every week by checking if I'm on track. Sometimes I use colors: green for on track, yellow for needs attention, red for off track. You can do the same with a simple checklist or app. Tracking your progress makes your goals feel real, like you're leveling up in a video game. And honestly, it's satisfying. Here's a more detailed look at the benefits. Enhanced motivation. Seeing your progress, even small steps, can be a powerful motivator. Tracking provides tangible evidence of your improvement, boosting confidence and encouraging you to keep going. It helps you stay focused on your goals and reinforces positive habits. Identifying areas for improvement. Tracking allows you to pinpoint where you're making progress and where you might need to adjust your strategies. You can identify what's working well and what's hindering your progress, enabling you to make informed decisions. This helps you optimize your approach and stay on course. Celebrating milestones. Tracking helps you recognize and celebrate your achievements, big or small. This positive reinforcement keeps you motivated and encourages you to continue working towards your goals. Improved planning and decision-making. Tracking provides data that helps you assess the feasibility of your goals and make necessary adjustments. You can use this data to refine your plans and strategies, ensuring you're on the right path to success. Increased awareness and self-reflection. Tracking helps you gain a deeper understanding of your strengths, weaknesses, and areas for growth. This self-awareness allows you to make more informed decisions and take proactive steps towards achieving your goals. Strategy 4. Visualize obstacles, not just success. This one's a game changer. A psychologist named Gabriel Oettingen found that just imagining success can sometimes make us less likely to succeed. Instead, try something called mental contrasting. Picture the goal and the obstacles that might get in your way, then plan for how you'll handle them. Use the WHOOP method. Wish. What do you want? Outcome. What would success look like? Obstacles. What might stop you? Plan. What will you do when those obstacles come up? It takes just a few minutes, but it's incredibly effective. One of the major obstacles to achieving financial goals is unnecessary expenses. Eliminate them immediately. Cutting costs isn't just about pinching pennies. It's about optimizing your life so your money works for you, not the other way around. This strategy is one of the most powerful levers you can pull to meet your financial goals faster. Let's break it down. Audit your expenses ruthlessly. Start by tracking every expense for 30 days. Use apps like Mint, YNAB, You Need a Budget, or even a simple spreadsheet. Look for these red flags. Recurring subscriptions you forgot about, e.g. that fourth streaming service you barely use. Impulse purchases. Amazon, late-night online shopping, convenience store splurges. Dining out or food delivery that could be replaced with home-cooked meals. Luxury coffee runs that add up? Yes, those $6 lattes count. Once you've identified the culprits, you can cancel unused subscriptions or use cheaper alternatives. Switch from name brands to generics, cable to Netflix or just YouTube, and gyms to home workouts. Use loyalty apps and cashback. Apps like Rakuten, Honey, and Fetch Rewards help you save on what you already buy. Apply the 30-day rule. Before buying anything non-essential, wait 30 days. If you still want it, it's likely worth it. If not, you've dodged a budget bullet. Visualizing obstacles to achieving your financial goals will help you to be proactive in your quest towards freedom in money terms. Strategy 5. Earn more money. Step 1. Upgrade your skills. One of the fastest ways to earn more is to increase your value. That means learning new, high-demand skills. Here's how. Take free or low-cost online courses. Learn high-paying, high-demand skills like video editing, copywriting and content writing, social media marketing, coding, and data analysis. Then, use those skills to get a promotion or start freelancing. Step 2. Ask for a raise or promotion. Research what people in your role and industry earn using sites like Glassdoor or Levels. Prepare a document of your accomplishments, results, and value to the company. Schedule a performance review meeting and negotiate. You'd be surprised how often people say yes when you simply ask. Step 3. Launch a side hustle. Your 9-to-5 job isn't your only option. In fact, most millionaires have multiple income streams. Here are a few legit side hustle ideas. Online hustles. Start a faceless YouTube channel using Fleeky or Pictory. Sell digital products like planners, ebooks, or online courses online. Freelance on Fiverr, Upwork for editing, writing, design, or social media tasks. Virtual assistant work. Easy to start, in high demand. Offline hustles. Tutoring or coaching in a skill or subject you know well. Pet sitting or dog walking. Cleaning, delivery, or handyman services if you're physically active. Renting out your car or a room on Turo or Airbnb. Step 4. Turn hobbies into income. Got a hobby? Turn it into a side hustle. Love baking? Sell treats locally or online. Good with design? Sell digital art or merch. Enjoy gaming. Stream on Twitch or start a gaming YouTube channel. Step 5. Build passive income streams. You don't need a ton of money to start. Try dividend stocks with apps like Robinhood or M1 Finance. Real estate crowdfunding via platforms like Fundrise. Affiliate marketing with a blog, YouTube, or TikTok account. License your photos or music on sites like Shutterstock or Audio Jungle. Bonus tip: don't set too many goals. One last thing, don't overload yourself. Focus on a few important goals and do them well. So to quickly recap, here are the 5 strategies to smash your goals in 2025. 1. Write your goals down. 2. Review them often. Track your progress. Visualize the obstacles and plan for them. 5. Earn more money. They're all super easy, science-backed, and proven to work. Start applying them today, and I promise your 2025 will look a whole lot different. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment sharing your #1 financial goal for this year. I'd love to hear it.
What's the laziest way for beginners to make money online? I get asked this all the time, and honestly, who doesn't want to make money with minimal effort while chilling anywhere in the world? So today, I'm breaking it down using everything I've learned as a successful business owner. Check out this grid. We're going to rate each method based on 5 things to find out which one's truly the laziest. Ease of learning it. How long it takes to start making good money. Execution. How much effort it takes to deliver what you're selling. Growth potential. How easy it is to grow your income without working more. Startup cost. How much money you need to get started. The risk. How much you could lose if things go wrong. And I'm only talking about methods that can realistically make over $100 per day. So no, I'm not wasting your time with surveys or transcription gigs. Method 1. Freelancing. Freelancing is when you use your skills online to get paid, like editing videos, managing social media, designing stuff, or writing. You get to pick your own projects and hours, which is great for freedom. What is the best skill to learn right now? Video editing. Why? There's a huge demand for it thanks to all the online content being created. Lazy rating breakdown. Ease of learning. Around 6 months to learn the skill and build a portfolio. Good news. There's a ton of free YouTube tutorials to help you learn fast. Execution. Kinda tough. Dealing with picky clients can be stressful. Growth potential. Limited. You only earn as much as you can work. Startup cost. Super low. Just a computer and internet. Risk. Low. You get paid per job, but your income can be inconsistent at first. Verdict: not super lazy, but a solid way to get started if you're willing to put in some time and effort. Best skill right now? Video editing. Why? There's a huge demand for it thanks to all the online content being created. Lazy rating breakdown. Ease of learning. Around 6 months to learn the skill and build a portfolio. Good news. There's a ton of free YouTube tutorials to help you learn fast. Execution, kinda tough. Dealing with picky clients can be stressful. Growth potential, limited. You only earn as much as you can work. Startup cost, super low, just a computer and internet. Risk, low. You get paid per job, but income can be inconsistent at first. Verdict: not super lazy, but a solid way to get started if you're willing to put in some time and effort. Method 2. Airbnb arbitrage. Here, you rent a property long-term and re-rent it short-term on Airbnb. You don't own the property, you're just the middleman, pocketing the difference. Lazy rating breakdown. Ease of learning, 1 to 3 months. You'll need to learn Airbnb, rental laws, and how to manage a property. Execution, medium. Still got to deal with guests, check-ins, and cleaning. But you can automate a lot with tools like Guesty or Hostfully. Growth potential, very high. Add more properties, earn more money. Startup cost, $5,000 to $15,000. You'll need money for deposits, furniture, and cleaners. Risk, high. There's real money involved up front. Verdict: great income potential, but not cheap or hands-free. Not the laziest. Method 3. eBay shop. This is all about selling stuff online, old gadgets, thrift finds, collectibles, you name it. eBay has a huge audience, so it's a great way to start. Lazy rating breakdown. Ease of learning, about 2 weeks. Easy to learn. Execution, medium. You'll need to ship products and deal with returns or customer issues. Growth potential, high. You can grow by selling more products or even expand to Amazon or Etsy. Startup cost, around $500 to buy inventory. Risk, medium. Some items might not sell fast, but if you choose wisely, you'll be fine. Verdict: pretty lazy-friendly, especially once you get going. Not perfect, but a solid option. Method 4. Affiliate marketing. You promote someone else's product using a special link, and when someone buys through your link, you get paid. Lazy rating breakdown. Ease of learning, 1 to 2 days. Sign up for programs like Amazon, ClickBank, or Impact. Execution, super easy. No product handling, no customer service. Growth potential, very high. You can promote tons of products, all passively. Startup cost, around $250, mostly to get content made if you're not creating it yourself. Risk, very low. No inventory, low cost. Verdict: low effort, low cost, and easy to grow. Definitely lazy approved. Method 5. AI-built Shopify store. This one's wild. You can now launch a Shopify store built completely by AI in just a few clicks. No need for tech skills or product hunting. Go to buildyourstore.ai, link below. Choose your niche, fashion, pets, gadgets, etc., and the AI builds your store, fills it with products, and connects to Shopify. Add AutoDS, you'll be prompted, and it automates everything: inventory, prices, shipping. When someone orders, it gets shipped automatically. Lazy rating breakdown. Ease of learning, basically zero. AI walks you through everything. Execution, very easy. AutoDS handles it all. Growth, unlimited. Keep adding winning products, no extra work. Startup cost, $1.99. Yep, just $1 for Shopify and 99 cents for AutoDS trial. Risk, almost none. You're spending less than $2 to try it out. Verdict: the laziest money-making method on the list. Period. Low effort, high reward, fully automated. So if you're looking for a lazy way to make money online, the AI Shopify store is your best bet right now. Want to know what to do with your money once you start making it? Make sure to subscribe first if you want to grow your income with minimal effort. See you there. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're looking into something super important: why your first $10,000 is the key to financial freedom. You've probably heard this before, but once you save your first $10,000, your whole life starts to change. It opens up opportunities you didn't even know existed. So, if you're wondering why this number matters so much more than $100,000 or even $1 million, stick around. This might completely change how you think about money. Let's start with that first big goal, $10,000. Now, it's not enough to buy a house or a luxury car, but here's the thing. Once you hit this number, something changes. You start to feel confident. You realize, hey, if I can save this much, I can do a whole lot more. I remember when I hit $10,000. Just knowing I could buy a used car in cash if I needed to, that was huge. It made me want to keep going, to save more, spend smarter, and take control of my money. On a practical level, $10,000 gives you a safety net. Car breaks down, you've got it. Vet bill for your pet? Covered. Lose your job? You've got time to find the next one without panicking. You stop living paycheck to paycheck. You can finally make decisions based on what you want, not just what you can afford. That's what financial freedom really means. Plus, once you've worked hard to get that first $10,000, you start spending with more purpose because you know how tough it was to earn. Now let's talk about your next big goal, $100,000. At this level, you're not just surviving emergencies, you're protecting your future. You can handle major issues like job loss or medical bills without it wrecking your finances. You also get more freedom of choice. You're not stuck in a job you hate just because you can't afford to leave. And here's where it gets exciting. Compound interest starts working hard for you. Investor Charlie Munger once said, "The first $100,000 is a B, but you've got to do it. After that, it gets easier." Why? Because your money starts making money. For example, $1,000 invested at 8% equals $80 per year, but $100,000 at 8%? That's $8,000 a year, just from your investments. Leave that money alone for 30 years, and it could grow to over $1 million, even if you never add another dollar. When you hit $500,000, you finally start to feel financially secure. It doesn't mean you're rich, but you're definitely comfortable. You don't have to stress over every grocery bill. You can afford to take a longer vacation. You might splurge a little, maybe eat out more, buy some things just because you want them, not because you need them. But you're still not totally free. Big expenses, like buying a house or dealing with a recession, can still shake things up. So while $500,000 feels great, you still have to be careful if you want to grow to the next level. Now let's talk about the big one, $1 million. I still remember the exact day I hit it. I didn't throw a big party or anything. I just grabbed sushi with some friends and kept it low-key. But inside, I was celebrating hard. Because at this point, you start to realize you don't have to work anymore if you don't want to. If that money is invested and brings in even a 5% return, that's $50,000 a year. For a lot of people, that's enough to live on. You might still live frugally, like I did. I was a millionaire living in a small duplex, driving a used Prius, budgeting everything. But I had freedom. I didn't need a paycheck anymore. You don't splurge, but you know you could. And you get to choose what to do with your time. That's the real wealth. Now, once you hit $5 million, things really start to shift. You can outsource stuff you don't want to do, like cleaning, errands, or mowing the lawn. You can travel in more comfort, and everyday expenses become less of a worry. You can afford the upper middle class life, anywhere outside of the most expensive cities. But here's the weird part. $5 million is where some people start to feel stuck. You've got enough that you could stop working, but not enough to live like the ultra-rich. It's a strange middle ground. You're still checking prices on flights. You can't go wild with spending. And if a recession hits, yeah, you'll feel it. Finally, let's talk about real financial freedom, $10 million. At this level, you've basically won the game. You can live wherever you want. Do almost anything you want. Solve most financial problems with a check. You don't have to work unless you want to. Your investments can cover all your living costs. You can book last-minute trips, handle emergencies without blinking, and outsource almost anything. But here's the catch. Even with $10 million, you're not untouchable. You still need to be smart. You can't buy everything, like private jets or luxury yachts, without dipping deep into your wealth. Big mistakes or lifestyle creep can still mess you up. But you're finally in a place where you can live life on your terms. So, on a final thought, why is saving your first $10,000 so important? Because it's the first real step toward all of this. It's the hardest money to earn, but once you get there, the door to financial freedom opens wide. So keep saving, keep investing, and keep building. Your future self is going to thank you. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and let me know in the comments. What's your next money milestone? Catch you in the next one. To be honest, everything costs more these days. Groceries? Expensive. Rent? Even worse. And your 9 to 5? Probably not keeping up. That's why side hustles aren't just optional anymore. They're necessary. So in this video, I'm giving you 10 legit side hustles that actually work in 2025. No scams, no fluff, just real ways to stack extra cash this year. Let's go! Number 1. Freelance services on platforms such as Fiverr, Upwork, and Contra. Got a skill? Whether it's writing, graphic design, video editing, or even social media management, freelancing is still fire in 2025. Start small on platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, and Contra. Bonus tip: AI tools like ChatGPT, Canva, and CapCut can help you deliver faster, so you make more money quicker. Number 2. TikTok content creation for brand. Don't sleep on TikTok. Brands are paying micro-creators, even those with just 5K followers, for UGC, user-generated content. You don't need to be famous. You just need to be creative. Record fun, honest videos about their product, and you get paid. 2025 is the UGC gold rush, and brands are spending big. Number 3. Local delivery, groceries, food, packages. Delivery gigs are still going strong. Try apps like DoorDash, Instacart, Amazon Flex. If you're in a good area and work peak hours, you can easily make $20 to $30 per hour. Plus, you control the schedule. Work when it works for you. Number 4. AI prompt writing and selling. Here's a new one: AI prompts. People are making money by creating and selling smart prompts for tools like ChatGPT, Midjourney, and other AI software. You can sell them on PromptBase, Gumroad, Etsy. Yep, even Etsy's in the game. It's perfect if you're creative but not super technical. Number 5. Flipping products online. Flipping is not dead, it just evolved. Go to thrift stores, garage sales, or Facebook Marketplace. Find underpriced items and sell them for a profit on eBay, Mercury, and Poshmark. Even better, use AI image enhancers to make your product photos pop. This side hustle is all about the eye for value. Number 6. Online tutoring or course creation. Good at math, coding, music, even personal finance? You can tutor online or create mini courses. For tutoring, use sites like Wezant or Preply. For course sales, use Teachable or Gumroad. In 2025, knowledge is currency. Even teaching basic Canva or Excel skills can make you money. Number 7. YouTube automation, faceless channels. Don't want to show your face? No problem. Faceless YouTube channels are booming. You can build a channel using scripts from ChatGPT, videos from Pexels, or Canva. It takes effort, but if a video goes viral, you've got passive income rolling in month after month. Number 8. Notion templates and digital products. People are paying good money for Notion templates, budget trackers, planners, and digital downloads. Make one solid digital product and sell it over and over. Sell on Etsy, Gumroad, or Notion marketplaces. Think, build once, earn forever. Number 9. Resume writing and LinkedIn optimization. With all the job changes and layoffs lately, people need help standing out. If you're good with words or have hiring experience, you can start offering resume writing, cover letters, and LinkedIn profile makeovers. You'd be shocked how much people will pay for a solid job hunting edge. Number 10. Airbnb experiences or rentals. Even if you don't own property, you can still hustle on Airbnb. How? By offering experiences through city tours, cooking lessons, photo shoots, and local workshops. Or if you have an extra room, rent it out part-time. 2025 travelers want authentic, local experiences, and you can turn that into cash. There you have it, 10 real side hustles that work in 2025. Pick one that fits your time, your energy, and your skills. You don't need to do them all. Just start one and let it grow. Small steps can lead to big results. Drop a comment and let me know. Which hustle are you trying first? Or if you've already started one, share your wins. We're here to cheer each other on. Times are tough, but opportunity is everywhere. Let's stop stressing and start stacking. Hit that subscribe button if you want more smart ways to grow your income and protect your money.
God's money is gold and silver. So this is silver, and this is gold.
The gold market is melting hot right now.
Imagine holding something in your hand that's outlived every empire, every currency, every stock market crash in human history. Now ask yourself, what's the smartest investment you can make when everything else feels uncertain? The answer might be sitting in your jewelry drawer or hiding deep inside bank vaults across the world. In this video, we're going all in on gold. Why it's not just a pretty metal, but one of the smartest moves you can make in a chaotic financial world. Whether you're just getting started or trying to future-proof your portfolio, this might just change the way you look at wealth forever. We are talking gold. It has been humanity's ultimate store of value for over 5,000 years. Ancient Egyptians adorned their pharaohs with it. The Romans minted coins from it. Kings built empires around it. Wars were fought over it. Unlike paper currency, gold is finite. You can't print more of it with the push of a button. Throughout history, when economies collapsed, currencies hyperinflated, or governments failed, gold always retained its purchasing power. For example, in ancient Rome, 1 ounce of gold could buy a luxurious toga, belt, and sandals, essentially a full outfit. Today, 1 ounce of gold, around $3,000, can still buy you a tailored suit, belt, and shoes. Gold preserves real-world value across thousands of years. A world currency is any money that can freely be used or exchanged for another currency inside or outside the borders of the country that issues it. The history of the world's reserve currency is a fascinating story of economic power, political influence, and global trust. In ancient times, there was no single reserve currency. Instead, widely accepted precious metals like silver and gold were used across empires and trade routes. Before 1914, most developed countries pegged their currencies to gold to stabilize currency exchanges. When World War I broke out, many countries suspended the gold standard to pay their military expenses with paper money, which devalued their currencies. Britain held to the gold standard to maintain its position as the world's leading currency. Eventually, Britain's economy too hit a crisis, and the US economy surpassed that of the United Kingdom. Britain abandoned the gold standard in 1931. The dollar then replaced the pound as the leading reserve currency. Before it entered World War II, the United States served as the Allies' supplier of weapons and other goods. Most countries paid in gold, making the US the owner of a majority of gold by the end of the war. A return to the gold standard became impossible as countries depleted their reserves. Delegates from 44 allied countries met in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, in 1944 to develop a system to manage foreign exchange that would not disadvantage any country. The delegation decided that the world's currencies would no longer be linked to gold, but pegged to the US dollar. Known as the Bretton Woods Agreement, it established the authority of central banks, which would maintain fixed exchange rates between currencies and the dollar. In turn, the United States would redeem US dollars for gold on demand. Countries had some degree of control over currencies in situations where the values of their currencies became too weak or too strong relative to the dollar. They could buy or sell their currency to regulate the money supply. The US dollar was officially crowned the world's reserve currency and backed by the world's largest gold reserves thanks to the Bretton Woods Agreement. Instead of gold reserves, other countries accumulated reserves of US dollars. Needing a place to store their dollars, countries began buying US Treasury securities, which they considered to be a safe store of money. The demand for Treasury securities and the deficit spending to finance the Vietnam War and the Great Society domestic programs caused the United States to flood the market with paper money. With growing concerns over stability, the countries converted their dollar reserves into gold. The demand for gold was such that President Richard Nixon was forced to intervene and delink the dollar from gold, which led to floating exchange rates. The US switched to a soft dollar in 1971. It was a dollar that looked for all the world like the 1969 dollar. But it was different. It was no longer convertible to gold. It was a technocrat's dollar. Flexible, adjustable, and prey to temptation. New dollars are conceived in the credit market. When banks lend, they don't actually reach into their vaults to draw down their depositors' savings. Instead, they just create the money out of thin air as a bookkeeping transaction. It doesn't matter if there are any savings or not. From 1971 to today, federal debt grew 3 times faster than GDP. And soon, there was a big pile of grumpy old debt that needed to be repaid. As they borrow, print, and spend more and more of them, dollars will go down that long, winding road to peso status. As long as the dollar was tied to gold, there were limits. Ultimately, dollars were redeemable for gold, and there was only so much gold. But without the link, the sky was the limit. This has effectively lowered the worth of the dollar. As of today, the dollar has lost over 90% of its value since 1971. Also, US Treasuries and the US dollar have traditionally been a refuge for investors when markets go bananas, but maybe not this time. Last week, the USD fell nearly 3%. And there are growing signs that the Fed might be losing the long end of the yield curve, according to the latest Michigan survey data. Arguably, the only safe haven this time was gold, up over 6% last week. Well, there are 2 reasons why you should consider buying gold. Traditional safe havens like the dollar and US Treasuries are now broken. The US has about $36 trillion in debt outstanding and is currently running a nearly $2 trillion annual deficit, $1 trillion which is interest expense alone. At roughly 120% debt to GDP, the US economy might be circling the drain. And its competitors might be catching on to it. The uncertainty forces businesses to scale back. Some, particularly those more heavily reliant on the $450 billion of imported Chinese goods, might even be facing outright bankruptcy. And as a result, the stock market might begin to stall, and one might expect upper-income spending to respond in kind, as a lot of their net worth and savings are tied up in the stock market. Central banks have been steadily increasing their holdings, now up over 23% of their total reserve assets. I'll let you guess what they might be selling to make room. It holds its value across the long term regardless of the ups and downs in the value of the dollar. Over the long term, whether the dollar is strong or weak, you can count on gold to hold its value. The US government no longer operates on a gold standard, but you should. Use it to protect yourself from crashes, inflation, and major bear markets. For all the excitement in the gold price recently, the chart indicates that gold is still massively undervalued compared to the S&P 500. We're living in unprecedented economic times. Governments are racking up record-breaking debt. Central banks are printing trillions in new currency. Inflation is raging across global economies. Banks are failing. Countries are defaulting on debt. Political uncertainty is increasing. In a world like this, investors historically rush to gold as a safe haven. When fear grips the markets, gold shines. In fact, gold prices often spike dramatically during financial crises. 2008 global financial crisis. Gold soared as the markets crashed. COVID-19 pandemic, 2020. Gold prices hit an all-time high of over $2,000 per ounce. And with today's inflation and recession fears, the setup is even stronger. But here's the twist. Most investors are ignoring gold right now. They're still obsessed with high-flying tech stocks, meme coins, speculative NFTs, or trying to catch the next hot IPO. Meanwhile, central banks, yes, the world's biggest financial players, are buying more gold than ever before. In 2023 alone, global central banks bought over 1,000 tons of gold, the highest level in modern history. So ask yourself, if gold is boring and outdated, why are the smartest institutions in the world hoarding it? So, which should you buy? Physical gold, gold ETFs, or mining stocks? Physical gold, bars and coins, is best if you want ultimate security. Historically, many people have sought to hold gold in physical form, either as an investment or as a store of value. Holding physical gold means it is yours. Gold has no counterparty risk, and so it is a hedge against problems in the fiat monetary system. If you think that's unrealistic, you only have to look up what happened in Cyprus in 2013. It's in your hands, no counterparty risk. Gold ETFs are easy to buy and sell, but come with some counterparty exposure. Gold ETFs rely on custodians to maintain documentation about their holdings held in trusts, such as list number, which show for each gold bar the refiner, assay or fineness, serial number, and gross and fine weight. All of the trust's gold is fully allocated at the end of each business day. Regular reports are submitted by the custodians to the bar's owners, trusts. This means that the trust managers, the fund managers, and investors all must explicitly trust the custodians without physically verifying any holdings. Mining stocks can skyrocket during bull markets but also crash hard. They're far riskier than gold itself. Gold mining ETFs hold a basket of the stocks of publicly traded gold mining and related companies. Their portfolios typically include miners focusing on gold exploration, production, and processing. By owning shares of gold mining firms, the ETFs provide equity exposure to the industry rather than the price of gold itself. While these companies' profits are often tied to the price of spot gold, owning shares in them exposes you to the operational risks, costs, labor issues, and geological uncertainty involved in gold mining operations. Right now, most investors are distracted. They're chasing speculative gains, ignoring real risk, and setting themselves up for major losses. Meanwhile, quietly, the wealthiest individuals and institutions are moving into gold. This is your opportunity to be on the right side of history. Remember, when you buy gold, you're buying independence. You're taking control away from governments, central banks, Wall Street, and currency manipulators, and putting it back into your own hands. In a world that feels increasingly unstable, gold offers the ultimate stability. And once the crisis fully arrives, once fear truly grips the market, gold's price will skyrocket. By the time everyone is panicking and trying to buy, it'll be too late. Gold isn't just an ancient relic. It's the ultimate insurance policy. It's scarce, universally trusted, independent of politics, and battle-tested across every major crisis in human history. In today's world of massive debt, inflation, and uncertainty, gold stands tall as a beacon of financial security. Holding gold isn't old-fashioned, it's forward-thinking. As central banks stock up, as fiat currencies falter, as economies wobble, those with gold will stand strong. Gold isn't just an investment, it's peace of mind. If you found this deep dive valuable, smash that like button and subscribe for more insights on building real wealth in today's crazy world. Drop a comment below. Are you investing in gold or planning to start? Let's keep the conversation going and let's build true financial freedom together.
So, Trump raised tariffs again. But what does that actually mean for you and your money? Let's break it down in a way that makes sense. No boring politics, just real talk about how it hits your wallet. Stick around, because this might change the way you spend for the rest of the year. First, what is a tariff? It's basically a tax on stuff we import from other countries, like electronics, clothes, food, and even parts used to build cars or phones. When the U.S. puts tariffs on, say, Chinese products, it means those products cost more for companies to bring in. And guess what? Those companies don't just eat the cost, they pass it on to you. Let's talk prices. You've probably noticed groceries, gas, or even your favorite tech gadgets are more expensive lately. That's not just inflation, that's tariffs too. A 20% tariff on imported goods, that could mean $100 item now costs $120. Multiply that across your monthly expenses, and suddenly your budget feels tighter. Take a simple grocery trip. Before tariffs, bread, eggs, coffee, snacks, $50. After tariffs, same stuff, course $50. That $8 might not seem like a lot, but over 52 weeks, that's 400 plusers gone. And that's just groceries. So what's getting hit hardest? Here's the breakdown. Electronics. Most are made overseas. Expect higher prices for phones, laptops, TVs. Cars and car parts. Repairs could cost more and new vehicles? Yeah, prepare to pay up. Clothing, especially fast fashion and anything imported. Food. Imported items like coffee, fruit, and even canned goods are creeping up. Even if a product is made in the USA, parts of it might be imported, so it still gets more expensive. But wait, here's the real twist. Even American companies can raise their prices. Why? Because now their competition is more expensive too. So they raise prices and make more profit. It's called price sheltering. Sneaky, right? So who really pays for these tariffs? It's not China. It's you, me, everyone shopping in the US. Businesses just adjust prices and protect their profits. But your paycheck doesn't magically go up, right? That's why it feels like you're always behind, no matter how hard you work. So yes, Trump's tariff hike? It's not just politics, it's personal. Every shopping trip, every online order, every trip to the gas pump, you're feeling it, even if you don't see it on the receipt. All right, let's stop the bleeding. Here are 3 quick ways to protect your wallet right now. 1. Buy local. Local products might now be cheaper than imports. Farmers markets, US-made brands, and community stores could save you more. 2. Delay big tech purchases. Wait for sales or deals, especially on imported items. Use price tracking apps. 3. Budget for inflation. Assume prices will keep rising and adjust your spending now. If you normally spend $300 on groceries, budget $330 to avoid surprise credit card bills. Now, I'm not saying tariffs are all bad. Some argue they protect American jobs and boost local businesses. But for the average person, it usually means you're paying more without earning more. So staying informed helps you make smarter money decisions. How are the new prices affecting you? Have you noticed your bills going up lately? Let's talk about it. Drop a comment below with what's been hardest on your wallet. And hey, if this helped you out, give it a like so others can learn too. Want more personal finance tips for uncertain times? Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video, where we break down how to inflation-proof your savings in 2025. Stay smart, stay sharp, and protect that wallet.
And that's a wrap on the 2025 Money Mastery Blueprint. You now have everything you need to set powerful goals, grow your first $10,000, protect your money with smart investments like gold, and even start building income online and through side hustles. But remember, knowledge means nothing without action. So here's your next step. Pick one thing from this course and put it into motion today. Whether it's opening a savings account, researching a side hustle, or finally buying that gold, you're now armed with the blueprint. Use it. If you found value in this course, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more content. And share this series with someone who needs a financial reset in 2025. Thanks for joining me. I'm proud of you for showing up for your future. Now go out there and master your life.